Are we live? Are we live? Legends. Whew. As I prepared the thumbnail, right, I wasn't sure whether we're going to fall down to the downside. And then we got the dump here to the downside. Okay, and this could get a little bit worse. But we'll analyze this, the price of Bitcoin, see where those high bouncing levels are. And once again, we nailed a perfect trade inside the Legends Pro community to the dollar, to like literally to the dollar. So for the Legends here in the live stream, congratulations. I do see all the money shots, people absolutely just going crazy, showing off their profitable trades. Really congratulations, you know, good risk management, taking profits on the way down, leaving some of the position open because this could get really punchy here to the downside. Let's see how we react if we don't swing failure from this low over here, which I'm watching here at the moment. Okay, let me share my screen. Smash up the like on your way in. Let me just see if... Wow, the name of this stream is so correct. Yes, the name of the stream is so correct. I'm just trying to see. I can't see anyone. Okay, maybe it's just a YouTube issue. I can't see anyone on the stream at the moment, so it looks like I'm talking to myself, but I do see the comments. Okay, right. Let me share my screen over here. Let me do this. Okay. Legends. Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝗇. Welcome. Murtana, okay. Yoon, is now a good time to enter a new short. Oh, you missed the short, okay. If you have a trading strategy to get into a short where price is now falling here to the downside, because I do see a potential for a swing failure over here, which is potentially playing out with the bully CVD, right? Okay, yeah. I mean, we do potentially have an SFP here from the local low, right? That's the question. Are we going to maintain it and go to higher levels? Always a possibility, but we nailed the entry over here, Legends. We nailed this entry exactly, almost to the dollar. We nailed this entry and we played the momentum here to the downside. I've already taken some profits from this trade, but I do acknowledge that it can go lower. It can go lower. The bulls need to really step in and defend this level because as per the thumbnail, we could see a little bit of a free fall here from the price of Bitcoin. Okay, but yeah, so far it looks good. It looks like we have a successful SFP here from the lows, right? Do you guys know the deal? Swing failure from the lows. Okay, you enter and potentially even come and claim this pivot over here. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, I do see a lot of red, or in my case, purple volume kicking in over here. So let's see if this level, this is the last line in the sand. Let's see if this level is going to hold for the bulls. The bulls need to really step in and defend this level over here. Okay, we will go and analyze it in a second. What I wanted to show everyone is this was my update at 10:30 Central European time here in South Africa. And then... this is the update I gave this morning. So I just want to zoom into this video and I said, Legends, when you take a fib from the low, extend a fib extension, which I'll show everyone how to use the fib extension because I do get some questions around how to use a fib extension. When you take a fib from the low to the high to the low, keep an eye on the 1.618. Okay, if we're going to break this trend that I have over here, if we're going to break the trend, we have two successful trades today. Actually forgot to mention. Okay, I entered here, swing failure from the lows. This is where I entered my trade. Okay, and we were expecting a B, C here to the upside, and we said we're either going to fall here down here by the highs, or we're going to extend the C wave here to the 1.618 at $63,000.93. Okay. Let me translate this back into the price of Bitcoin and just hide some of the stuff that I got over here. Okay, so when I zoom into this price action, this was the scenario we were watching this morning inside our Legends Pro community. A fib. Sorry, was it this one? It was this one. A fib from the low to the high to the low. You drag it across and you can see where we got the rejection. 1.618 to perfection. I entered here around about this area. I had my stop above the high As price fell down, I protected my position. We always practice good risk management. Okay, Mariela, yes, you know, you got into the trade. Right? And I said, while we were falling down here, legends, I know that we could potentially go down to lower levels, but as a day trader, I have to, it's my rules. It's my trading rules. I have to pay myself, because you could get something like this, where you're expecting lower, it doesn't happen, and it stops you out. You were in profits, you didn't take profits, and successful trade, no more successful. Okay, so we nailed this entry here to perfection. I just want to see where I mean, the position is still open. Let me just see over here if I can share. This is basically where I got in. Let me do this. Okay, because a lot of people don't believe me that I take these trades that I often talk about. Right, I did take the trade on 𝗖𝗍. That's the only one that I had open. The exchange, I had to like literally jump into this trade after a meeting that we had. Okay, there's the trade that I'm in at the moment. My entry is $63,000.83. A little bit, like you guys can see. Okay, you get the deal. That's where my entry is. My entry is over here. I protected, I had my stop above the high. As we fell down, I protected my position. I took profits here on the way down. And because you just never know, the market is here to surprise us, okay? We had a beautiful retest, and then we claimed the lows. And now I want to see if this is going to be a successful swing failure pattern. For now, okay, it's showing all the signs that this could be a successful SFP here from the lows, okay, that will potentially grind up here. And the question is it going to fall down, or is it going to go to higher levels and claim this high once again? And that is why it is so important to pay yourself as a day trader, because you just never know. But nonetheless, we nailed the entry here to the downside and to the upside. This morning we entered longs over here around about this zone. Okay, we were targeting the highs, leaving some of the position open for the 1.618. This is where I closed my long. Actually, I closed my long, entered a short, rode the momentum to the downside, and I did not enter this trade over here. This is now basically where I'm going live here with the beautiful community. Okay, so you guys get the deal. Also, if you'd like to come and trade with me, right, let's do this. YouTube channel, free fall. Down in the description of this video. Okay, this is where the magic happens. By using the links down in the description for one of these exchanges, you qualify for the best deals. Okay, if you go on YouTube, these links by yourself, and you sign up without using the affiliate links, you won't get the lowest fees and the biggest sign up bonuses. And right, so by using the Bluffin link, we also have that competition that's running, the $100,000 competition. Okay, go show off your trading skills, and we can all share in this prize of $100,000. And then on Bybit, we've got the World Series of Trading running on Bybit at the moment. Come and join our team. Come trade with us here on Bybit, where we will share in a prize of 10 million USDT, or 10 million US dollars. Okay, absolutely phenomenal. Right, and then here is our legends. First link down in the description. This is where all the magic happens on a daily basis. This is where myself and Andy put in a lot of time. Yes, today we didn't put in as much time, but we still nailed 2 successful trades. Okay, we're busy in meetings and things today, but nonetheless, this is where you sign up for our Legends Pro community, and there's also a free Discord community as well, which I see is very active, people sharing knowledge. I often go in there and ask some questions around, you know, that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, is that what I plan to do, okay, is every Friday, I'm going to see how it goes, but every Friday, what I would like to do is make it a community live stream. Every Friday is going to be about you live stream. So what I will do on a Thursday is I'm going to go into the free Discord, and I'm going to ask guys anything, or maybe on a Thursday or even a Friday morning, anything you want me to speak about in my live stream. It could be a personal question to myself. It could be a trading related question. It could be, how do I use the Fibonacci? 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, how do you use session volume profile? Please explain to me what a hammer candle is, a doji candle, a spinning top, whatever trading question you have. On Fridays will be a community live stream where I will literally spend most of my time going through the comments and try and answer as many questions as I can during those live streams. I did one last week Friday, which I felt went really well. There was a lot of engagement, a lot of questions, and obviously a lot of education as well. So if you're not already signed up to our Legends Discord community, okay, and you would like to ask some questions, even share a chart. You can even share a chart with me and say, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, what do you think of my analysis? And we can discuss it during the live stream. Okay, so Fridays is going to be community live streams, and I will think of a funky name for it. Okay, every Friday, right? Let's see how it goes. Right, currently a successful swing failure here from the lows. Okay, definitely. Currently a successful swing failure here from the lows. Okay, exactly. Do you guys see what happened here? Okay, do you guys see what happened here? You SFB, you get acceptance back above. What happened? You claimed the high. Okay, yes, it took the whole day. Okay, really boring price action, just grinding up here. Beautiful retest. When you take a fib from the low to the high, that looks like the 50% fib level. Let me make sure. Okay, fib from the low to the high, exactly 50% fib level, and then we got the pump here to the upside. So now again we have a successful, so far so good. Okay, you dip in, okay, and the question is, how high are you going to go? Are we going to make a recovery here back to the upside, or is it going to form another lower high and just roll back down? Okay, I do see some local bullish CVD that was building up between that pivot, which could give us a little bit of a relief pump here to the upside. But nonetheless, I did take profits on the short here to the downside, and I told the legends that I'm leaving some of the position open, okay, because you just never know if this was, okay, if this was the top for now. You just never know, because the one scenario that I am keeping an eye on is when I zoom into the 1 hour structure, okay, and I look at this structure over here, this structure, okay, let's take the fib there out the way, clean it up a little bit. There is the possibility, okay, that this could be a wave 1, 2, 3 to the downside, and it's going to get quite punchy. So I'm targeting the lows over here, okay, and this could potentially be the high for now. Could. If we move up higher, right, we could still, I mean, there's still a lot of breathing room inside of the Fibonacci if this is starting to form an impulse back to the downside. If this is a reversal in the making, okay, where we're going to start, where price is going to start rolling down, there's still a little bit of breathing room. So I know that potentially, okay, big potentially, I'm not saying guaranteed, definitely, I'm saying potentially this could be the high for now, where when I take a fib from the high to the low, okay, I'm ignoring that one because that's our price dipped at the moment. You can see where we got the rejection. It's exactly, okay, the 50% fib level, 1.618 that I've just highlighted. There was a lot of confluence going on in this area over here. Okay, I just want to take, no, let me leave this fib for now. So if the swing failure plays out, okay, if the swing failure plays out and we start recovering over here, okay, we still have the 1.618, we still have the 0.786, where we could still roll over to create an impulse to the downside. Okay, a 5-wave structure to the downside, and this is basically, okay, so from, let's talk bearish now, okay, for all the bears out there, right, this is what you want to hear, is that we could potentially either be forming an ABC to the downside, because boy oh boy, does this structure look like a mess from an impulse perspective. I cannot clearly count impulses inside of the structure. I can't. So by impulses, I mean I cannot count a 5-wave impulsive structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't. There's too much overlap, right? I cannot count a contracting diagonal. And it's just an absolute mess. And usually when an impulsive structure looks like a complete mess, it increases the probabilities that it's a corrective structure to the upside. So what do I mean by corrective structure is that perhaps, okay, when I look at this entire structure over here, you have a pump and then you have a correction. Okay, so all of this can be part of a corrective structure, which is not impulsive to the upside. So I would have said, if I could have clearly counted 5-wave impulsive structures inside here, no overlapping, it's a nice clean structure to count, I would have said, okay, there's a high chance, okay, that we could literally create that 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we off to the races. But this is very messy. This is really, really a messy structure over here, which tells me one of two things, okay? If this is a corrective structure, and this is why I'm looking for shorts to the downside, is that we're either going to form a 3-wave structure, 1, 2, 3-wave structure to the downside, a bigger 3-wave structure, okay? Or we could even create a flat here to the upside, a corrective B. So what if this is an impulse, okay, and you know what comes after an impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What comes after impulse? A corrective structure. And a corrective structure can take the high, okay? I just want to highlight that. And often I speak about a B flat and a B, a B flat and a C flat, right? Where this could be the formation, okay, of an A, B, C to the downside, where everyone, we take the high, everyone is bullish, we're going to $100,000, the world is celebrating, bull market is in full force, altcoins are going to go to Mars and Venus and Pluto, only to smack back down, right? As you're pumping over here, you smack back down, and everyone's like, oh, bull market cancel, we're going down to $40,000. You know how the emotions fly. Okay, so you could, there's still a potential to form an ABC flat over here, where you take the high, okay, in an ABC corrective structure, and so far this structure over here looks very corrective. So, and that's why I'm saying one of two things can definitely happen over here. Okay, we're either going to make that 3-wave structure like such or like such. Hope that makes sense. Okay, right. If just want to see. Okay, there is still the potential when I look at this larger structure over here. I mean, we don't know where we could be forming a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here to the upside. Okay, I mean, that's definitely still on the cards. The trend is still intact. Okay, we only got 2 touches here on this trend. And I think what was also interesting for me this morning when I did some higher time frame analysis is that, okay, the bears really don't have anything to celebrate yet. Okay, so when you take a fib from the low to the high, looking at this structure, okay, I'm looking at this impulse, you can see we bounced here by the 786. Beautiful bouncing area. It's a bullish bounce. Okay, then when I look at this structure also, okay, we went up and we are most likely still busy with the corrective structure, because you can see how long this corrective structure took, and there's still a while for this corrective structure to play out. Is that you could still retrace here to the 618. We haven't even tapped the 50% yet. Can you guys see? We haven't even tapped the 50%. We can still come down to the 618. We can still come down to the 786. This entire box is still extremely bullish. Even if price falls down here, this box is still very, very, very bullish. Okay, so only when you lose the trend and you tap the 0.88 over here am I going to say, okay, now probabilities are switching more bearish. Okay, but there's still a lot that needs to happen before I'm going to switch bearish looking at the structure over here. So now that I've discussed the B flat and the ABC flat over here, just want to look at the local structure, go back here onto the 15-minute time frame. Let's see, successful SFP. Yes, successful SFP so far, right? Let's see. Could also be, your SFP here from the lows, you retest the scene of the crime of the mini trend that you've lost over there, and then you find continuation to the downside. But I am definitely leaving some of this position open. I'm still inside that trade. I haven't taken all the profits. I told the legends as well, okay? Yeah, you guys can see that I'm not smoking my socks. Okay. Yes, the trade that I highlighted where I said, guys, I hope you got in. I hope you got in. Right? And I said, yes, that little picture that I shared. I said we're either going to make an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is more berries that can take us to the 0.618 level at $57,000, 856. A C wave target can literally just claim the lows over here, and then we can start reversing. So we never know whether we're going to make a 3-wave structure or a 5-wave structure. But the C wave and the third wave is usually the best waves to trade. Okay, so this could potentially be the high that we've claimed over here. This could be the high for now, right? But I mean, here's now another successful trade that I didn't manage to jump in. If I was in front of my PC and I didn't do the live stream, I would have definitely attempted a trade because the risk management is absolutely insane. Okay, beautiful risk management. This is how we get into these trades. Right, so we played the momentum here to the upside. We played the momentum to the downside, okay? The lows are always great profit-taking areas. And like I said, I've already taken profits here on the way down. And I'm leaving some of the position open because what if price rolls down to at least complete the C wave target here at $60,000? Okay, this could be, okay, there's a chance, there's always a probability, there's a slightly higher probability, okay, that we are gonna still come and take these lows. And the C wave could get us there. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Right. Also, I just want to switch on some today analysis. Where's my today button? Did I delete that trend? I did delete that trend. Okay. So, I mean, we've also lost trend over here quickly. Okay. We've lost trend, right? You guys know the trend is your friend until the very end. And we've been trending up here, trending up here, trending up here. We've now lost trend. What if this is a retest for continuation to the downside? Okay, we just have to keep that in mind. Right, take that back out. Let me go through some comments over here. You busy. The comment section is busy. Okay, what about break of trend and retest in the 1 hour time frame? Yes, are you talking about this one that I have now, Mariella? Because there's now another trend forming over there. Okay. Someone asked me this morning, how do you know when the trend is not your friend anymore? Okay, it's when you break the trend. Then the trend is not your friend anymore, right? We've broken trend. So there's a possibility that this could have been the retest. And we're going to find continuation here to the downside where this will now be your trend until the end. Okay, you break this trend, then you're most likely going back up. Okay, so this is now the trend you want to make your friend. Because we have lost this friend over here. Okay, so if price, maybe, you know, successful SFB over here, it breaks out, we have a chance to reclaim this trend again, right? We go to higher levels, definitely a possibility, but this trend is now your friend, and if we break it, it's not your friend anymore. I hope that makes sense. Right, I'm entertaining myself here with my friend, my trend friend. You said that when I asked, what's your point of invalidation for the short? Thank you. My point of invalidation for the short. What do you mean my point of invalidation for the short? Okay, well, obviously, if I get stopped out, it's invalidated. Right? We are seeing a successful swing failure from here. I want to see what CVD is telling me. To no bearish CVD just as yet, and you know, high probability for those of you that have watched. Okay, I mean, I share so much stuff. For those of you that have watched my CVD tutorial inside the Legends Pro community, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But when I see this, should I use the 15-minute or the 5-minute? Let's go into the 5-minute. Okay, when I see this, oops. You just undo that. When I see this, when price is falling down, you're making bullish CVD, you increase the probabilities of a successful swing failure pattern. Right. Also, it didn't happen on this one. This was quite a tricky one, but yeah, it is. Right. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Let's go through some more comments. You just said that. Okay, cool. 65 or 60K, a lot of liquidations sitting. 65 or 60K. Let's go and look at the liquidity heat map. Where do I have the liquidity? Did I delete? Let's do this. heat map. I did see that we popped into a liquidity pool with that 1.618 level that I've just highlighted. Go on to the 12-hour. Let's go to model 2, much better. Right, can you guys see exactly there? Right, can you guys see over there? Yes. Okay. Usually, I always talk about this as well, as when you dip into liquidity, okay, you get a reaction. We got quite a nice reaction to the downside. That was also in alignment with the 1.618 level that I've highlighted. Okay, it's this level over here. That was the liquidity pool. We dipped into the liquidity pool. It aligned with the 1.618. It aligned with a 50% FIB level taken from the high to the low. So lots of confluence. And usually I do know that when you dip into liquidity, you get a reaction. Often, not always, nothing's ever guaranteed, but we got the reaction, okay? We dipped into the liquidity. We got a reaction to the downside. And for now, we have not grabbed all of the liquidity at the bottom. So who knows? Are we still going to continue to the downside? I don't know. Right. So for me, the person that's, I can't remember the comment now, the person that asked, what is my invalidation for the short? Okay. This is my trading setup. And this is my invalidation. My stop loss is my invalidation. I entered over here. My position is protected. So I have a risk-free trade. I have a free trade at the moment. Okay, and I'm claiming the $60,000. I'm aiming for the $60,000 level over here. So my invalidation is if I get stopped out, I'm out. That's my invalidation, right? Because if you break out here and you take this high, the trend is also not your friend anymore. Can you guys see that? Because then you're breaking trend and you could potentially continue momentum here to the upside. So this is my invalidation. I guess it's the simplest way that I can explain it. Okay, someone also asked me, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, how do you draw a fib extension? And it was quite a significant question for me this morning, is to say, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, if you do not know anything about Elliott wave theory, can you still use fib extensions? Hell yes. Hell yes, you can still use fib extensions. Before I knew anything about Elliott wave theory, I used to trade with fib extensions, because remember, okay, and I like to talk about it in terms of a fib retracement. We all know a fib retracement. Okay, let me make the lines thicker so we can see it. Fib retracement. So what the retracement tool does is, if I take a fib here from the high to the lows that we've made, this is a retracement. So you basically, you see the impulse, and now you're measuring the retracement. This is why it's called a fib retracement. Okay, the meaning is in the name. And usually here by the 382, the 50%, that's where you get the reaction, where you could potentially make a trading decision back to the downside or in whichever direction. A fib extension, okay, tells you you have a wave, you want to know where it can go to. Okay, so when I take the brushes out, just want to make it simple over here. Take the ABC out. Let's take some of the trends out here as well. Okay. Let's just clean it up. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, cool. So now that I have a fib retracement that rejected by the 50% fib level. Okay, so one could now say that this is potentially a wave. This is a wave. Okay, now based on this wave, where can it go to? Where is my target? So if I entered a short over here and we take these lows and we continue to the downside, where is my potential profit taking areas? Okay, always a good profit taking area is sweeping up the local low. That's profit taking area number one. And then this is where I take a fib extension. So based on the retracement where I got into my entry, I will now take a fib trend based fib, which is the second option, and I go do the same thing from the high to the low to the high that we've made over here. Okay, now I've got some levels, and your fib extension might not look like mine. Okay, so here's my settings. I don't care if people use my settings, not at all. Take a screenshot, go and include these settings, because as I learned Elliott wave theory, I also learned which levels are the best levels and targets Okay, when I first used just only the fib extension without knowing Elliott wave theory, I just used all the levels that it comes out with on the default settings, and I quickly realized that not all of them are valid. Some of them is just a bunch of crap. Okay, so let me also make this now thicker over here. Here we go. Let me make that thicker. Right. Okay, now if this is going to play out and the momentum is going to continue here to the downside, I now have a 1-to-1 extension, which basically says 1-to-1 basically means that this wave and this wave is exactly the same length. It's 1-to-1. Okay, that's usually a great three-wave or corrective structure target. But even if you don't even know what a corrective structure or a three-wave structure is, just know that the 1-to-1 extension is a great target to start taking profits. Then the second target is the 1.236. Okay, if you just smash through here and you don't respect this level, 1.236, and then an extended target where we actually got the short entry to perfection today is the 1.618. Okay. The only reason I have the 1.236 over here is because that's fifth wave targets in Elliott wave theory, but I only look at these three targets when I want to take profits for my trades. I look at the 1-to-1, I look at the 1.236, and I look at the 1.618. So this now tells me, okay, if this wave plays out successfully, where can it go to and where I need to start taking profits. And it also becomes more powerful when you start aligning these levels with other areas of confluence. So then when I look at this entire structure here on the 1 hour, for example, let me just take all the scribble out the way. Okay, this is where the fib extensions become more powerful. Okay, if we do get a successful wave now, we're just playing what if over here. If we do get a successful wave here to the downside, the 1.618 more or less has confluence with a bigger 50% fib level over here. You guys can see a bigger 50% where I'm basically now trading, analyzing the retracement of this entire wave. Okay, the retracement of the entire wave. Now I have the 1.618 more or less in alignment with the 50% fib level. So I know I can consider a swing failure over here. Okay, also here by the 2 extension, I have the 0.618. Okay, so when you have other confluence areas lining up with the fib extensions, that's where it becomes even more powerful. Like what happened in this morning's trade, where we had the 50% fib retracement also aligning up with the extension. Okay, let me go back into this price action. Right, when you take a normal fib retracement from the high, and we only had this low, okay, 50%, beautiful, okay. And when I did the fib extension this morning, because I didn't know how high this wave is going to go, I took the fib extension from the low to the high to the low. And you can see that is where the planets for me started aligning. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's close enough, because nothing in trading is perfect. You have the 1.618, you have the 50% fib extension, and I knew that there's a possibility for a rejection in this zone because you have confluence building up here. And that's exactly where we played the short to the downside. Beautiful confluence. You got rejected. You actually tapped that 50% fib level to perfection. You get the acceptance back below the 1.618, and then off to the races you go. But here you guys can see how powerful the 1.618 level is. Extremely powerful, because when you start back testing the 1.618 level, you will quickly realize how many times it gets hit when you do wave measurements to the upside. Okay, just for interest sake, I just want to see. I mean, you can go crazy. You can say, okay, I want to measure this wave. Let's go measure this wave. Where did it hit? Oh my goodness. Okay, 1.618. Can you see where you got the rejection? Okay, you can go back. You can go and back test it. This is what I mean by back testing. Okay, go back test it. Let's go and measure. For interest sake, let's go measure this wavy over here. Okay, so this wave plays out. I want to measure where can it potentially take profits. Oh my goodness, 1.618. Okay, some people in my family actually call me 1.618 because it's my favorite fib level. Right? Look at where you got the rejection at the 1.618, measuring this wave. So if you got in a trade over here and you had your stop loss here below the low, there was some bullish CVD building up. Okay, as price moves in your favor, you protect your position. You want to know where to take profits. It's usually the 1.618. Okay, and I mean, I'm just using random examples over here. Okay, fib extension. Let's measure this little small wavy over here from the low to the high. Where did we get rejected? We actually went much higher. We actually went to the 2.618 over here. We went to the 2.618, but nonetheless, we did hit the 1.618. Okay, but we got a consolidation by the 1.236, moved up and actually hit the 2.618. But all the 618 levels are extremely powerful, okay? And what I'm trying to highlight over here, legends, is that you do not need to know Elliott wave theory to use fib extensions. You don't have to, okay? You just you measure the wave. That's all you do. And this is what I'm now doing over here is I'm measuring this wave to see, well, where potentially can it go to, okay? There's always a potential. So if I take this out the way and I take a fib extension from the high, let's say this is the low for now, okay? And I measure it. Guess where the 1.618 is? Okay, $59,000, 149. Okay, and this is why I'm saying that there's still a high probability to claim the lows. Because if this is going to be creating impulses here to the downside, you could definitely hit the 1.618. You claim all of this liquidity and you complete potential three-wave structure, and then you can find momentum back to the upside again. Okay, but yeah, I will definitely be keeping an eye on the 1-to-1, the 1.236. It's not always the 1.618. Sometimes price does bounce on the 1.236 or the 1-to-1 extension. Okay, so don't just always wait for the 1.618. You might not get it, and then you didn't take profits. Right, legends, that was some amazing alpha that I just dropped. I'm giving all the trading secrets away over here, but I don't care because I want you guys to be successful traders, okay? I want you to be successful. I want you to succeed. I want you to make money. I want you to be financially free, okay? I want you to enter trades with good risk management. I want you to lose as little as possible and make as much as possible, okay? This is why I'm doing it. My channel is for education. Is to teach you how to fish. I'm not just going to give you signals. Guys, here's a trade that I'm looking at. I'm entering over here. Here's my stop loss. No. When I give trading setups inside of the Discord community, you can ask the Discord community. When I do this, there's a lot of education that goes on behind the scenes. Okay, inside of my recordings over here. Ooh, so many. Inside of my recordings, there's a lot of education. Why? Okay, I'm not just here's a trading setup. I'm explaining my thinking behind it, why I'm planning to enter there, where am I planning to put my stop loss. Okay, what does the Elliott wave structure look like to me? What are the probabilities, fib retracements, fib extensions, session volume profiles? We go through everything inside the Discord community. So I mean, if you want to learn to trade, to be a successful day trader, okay, not just follow any moon boys trading setups because that's what they said. Okay, if you want to really learn how to trade, this is the community for you. Okay, I'm very passionate about this community. Aggressive bearish divs. Let's see. Oh, I would love some bearish divs. Where's the bearish divs? No, Mariela, I don't see the bearish divs. Where do you see the bearish divs? I would love to see me some bearish divs. No, not quite. This actually looks like a nice retracement. Okay, you're forming a higher low over here. In the like. Oh yes, smash up the like for the education over here. I agree with Mariela. Yes, I think the like button is bearish. Okay, is this the video that I'm doing today? Let's refresh this. Yes, Only 53 likes. I mean, I'm sure I need to like my own content as well. Okay, only 54 likes now. Right, smash up the like for the education over here. Also remember, if you'd like to come and join with me, there's that $100,000 competition running on Bluffin. No KYC required. And also, you know, I do take a lot of trades on 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗍 as well. Still currently one of the exchanges with the lowest fees. You also qualify for the biggest sign-up bonus by using the link down in the description. Okay, and this is where you join our Legends Discord community. I'm very passionate about the Legends Discord community. I have been spending a lot of time inside the Legends Discord community. We've been nailing the trades. It's not always easy, okay? This week has been a good week so far. But some days, you know, you just, price action doesn't give you what you need to see. It just doesn't. It doesn't play ball, okay? Price action doesn't play ball. But when it does, you know, we milk the cow. And we drink as much as we can, because you might sit then a couple of days not having any trades because price action is just too confusing. It's not coming to your areas of interest. But I mean, you know, from an education perspective, I think this is definitely the best Discord that I've ever seen, because I used to be part of this Discord community before I started my YouTube channel. And this is where, you know, you surround yourself with like-minded people. Okay, this was definitely a potential for a re-entry, okay, if you've missed. Let's see over here. If this is going to turn out to be bullish here to the upside, guess what? Guess what I can do? I can now take, guess what, a fib extension. If this is a bullish retracement and it's going to continue to the upside, I can take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low. And guess what? Do you guys see? Okay, 121, 1.236, 1.618. So there's a chance, even with this little movie here to the upside, if it reaches the 1.618, okay, there's still a chance to make a lower high and then fall down again. Okay, but this is how I measure where I could potentially take profits. I measure the wave, and if I'm inside of a trade over here, okay, this is usually great profit-taking areas. Simply just using the fib extension. And then you can go even a little bit more crazy, where you can then take your normal fib retracement from the high to the low, and then you look for areas of confluence. Okay, so here you can see the 1-to-1 extension has confluence with a 50%. The 1.236 has confluence with a 0.618, and the 1.618 has confluence with a 0.786. So definitely a possibility to reject in this zone somewhere, okay, and then fall down again to come and claim the low. You just never know. What a great stream. Thank you so much, Irina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Patience paid off. Yes, you have to be very, very patient as a trader, right? You guys know the deal. Okay. Is Andy live? Is Andy live? I don't know if Andy is live, because I see a lot of people dropping off the stream. I kind of feel like the alpha that I'm providing here is not good enough. Okay, it's not. Did someone else go live that people prefer to go and watch that person? Smash up the like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And what else? I mean, no one really wants to look. Oh, is Andy live? Yes, he was earlier. Yes, okay, now it explains why the people are dropping off, because I do know that myself and Andy share a community, and there's going to be times where we live at the same time. It's inevitable, okay? It's inevitable, but luckily it's on YouTube. It gets recorded, so you can go watch it after the fact. Right, so at least I know people are not dropping off because I'm smoking my socks over here, or just, you know, talking crap the whole time. I'm trying to provide as much alpha and as much education as I possibly can. You are both doing an incredible job. Thanks, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Appreciate your support. Don't worry, I'm 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍 bias. The alpha is awesome. Okay, cool, legends. So, I mean, swing failure. I just quickly want to speak about the swing failure pattern over here. Okay, so this was successful swing failure here from the lows, right? There's the aggressive way to get in. Also, more education. There's the aggressive way to get in. You dip below, you get acceptance back above, you enter sniper, stop loss. As soon as you move into the green, you protect your position, okay? And now there's the potential that if you missed all of this nice price action, because this is considered advanced trading, and a lot of people screw up with this. Okay, they get themselves into a lot of trouble because price does this and then they try and catch the bottom and they bleed out their accounts, or they're too nervous to take the trade. Okay, or they put their stop loss too far away, right? And then the waterfall happens here to the downside. So I do consider this entry an advanced entry. It's for advanced traders, but if you know how to nail it, okay, by all means. And this is the safer way to play it, is that you wait for the recovery. You sit on your hands and you wait for the recovery and you play the retracement. Okay, and hopefully between those two pivots, maybe you'll spot some local bullish CVD to confirm that you can get momentum to the upside. Okay, so what you then do is you take your fib, normal fib, from the low to the high. When you see prices starting to fall over, okay, you've made the high over there, then you will see here, let me just take this fib extension now out the way, right? Beautiful retracement here by the 618, okay? Between the 786, beautiful retracement. This is where you could re-enter. If you missed this entry, this is where you could potentially re-enter to speculate on higher momentum here to the upside. Okay, so that is the safer entry where you put your stop below the low, and potentially you want to, at least you want to come and claim that pivot from a profit-taking perspective. But I mean, it looks bearish. It does look bearish. We have some bullish CVD. Let's see how this plays out. But yeah, that's basically the safe way to get in. If you miss this entry, you wait for the retracement to come and claim the pivots over here once again. I'm going to watch both of you on the same time. Okay, cool. Right, legends. I mean, I don't know who wants to look at altcoins. Okay, no one wants to look at alts when Bitcoin is taking a dump here to the downside. When Bitcoin is pumping, everyone has altcoin requests. Okay, I will never leave your stream for someone else. This is when I gain the knowledge. Thank you so much, Irina. Yes, I try and share as much as I can. And guys, you need to stay tuned for Friday's live stream. Please join the free Discord Legends community in preparation for Friday's live stream. Okay, go and join our free Discord Legends community if you'd like, and you want the alpha every single day and the education on steroids. Okay, what I'm providing here, I provide even more so inside of our Legends Pro community. Go and sign up. But even inside the free Discord community on Thursday or Friday morning, I'm going to ask you guys to give me some questions, anything trading related, even personal about myself. I don't care, diving into a little bit of a personal side of myself. And then Friday's live stream will be about the questions that you are asking. Okay, it's also nice inside of Discord, you can share your charts with me. Okay, here's the chat section, the free basic Discord, where people are sharing the template for the CVD. Okay, you can post your charts, you can share your ideas, and then Friday we can talk about it. It's all about you, okay? I'll think of a funky name to call the Friday live stream. It's the community live stream on Friday. And I'm basically going to ask in here, please ask me please post your questions here, and we will do a live stream and go through it all together so that we can learn together as a community. Okay, Devil You Legend, creating some brilliant content, keeping it real. Thank you, Mr. Simon. Yes, Simon is inside our Legends Pro community. And Simon, you most probably know, okay, that there's great alpha shared inside and education shared inside the Legends Pro community on a daily basis. Okay, we try. We do to take breaks on weekends. I must say I'm a little bit more quiet on weekends. But I did provide some trading setups on Saturday. I did a live stream on Saturday. And but I mean, you guys can just see it's absolute alpha every single day. And yes, we don't win all of them. Okay, that's not what trading is about. Trading is not about being right. Trading is about having good risk management. That's what keeps us in the game. But I mean, I'm very busy, and so is Andy. Andy is also an absolute legend inside here. Beautiful, showing the P&Ls of the trades that we entered together. Money shots, what is going on here in money shots? Who took some successful trades? Oh, Mariela, I see you nailed this short that we spoke about today. What a beautiful entry, $63,000, 100. Absolutely star. You nailed that entry. Beautiful. Okay, people are just nailing the trades here. Okay, there's also a trade that I took, showing. I like to just not just share the screenshot of the trade. I also like to share why I entered, where I plan to take profits, whatever the case might be. So, I mean, really, really nice. Cool. Legends, smash up the like. Hit subscribe for future notifications if you're not already subscribed. That's unfortunately all I have time for today. I will check you guys in the next one. Enjoy your evening. Cheers for now.